Blocking techniques. Blocks are very important. If you can't stop someone from hitting you, then you need to be tough enough to handle at least one punch or strike from them and then be able to retaliate after that. I find it much more easier to learn how to do blocks and block correctly and be competent in your blocking so that you can prevent someone from striking you. If they can't hit you, they can't hurt you. Our first block is called double low block. We're simply going to make an X with closed fist right in front of our body, and then our hands are coming down with the palms sideways, and we turn them at the very end. Okay? So I load with an X and then drop down and twist. It's important to note that the block stops at the edge of the body. Do not allow the block to continue out here. There's nothing out there. It's not going to hurt me. If somebody punches or kicks out here, it's not going to hurt me. I need to be worried about the confines of the edge of my body. If somebody kicks me in the body, then of course it's going to hurt. So that's where I need to be concerned with blocking. So as I'm loading here, then I block down here. Now this block is not a realistic block to use in a self-defense situation, although it does help us learn the other blocks. So this is very important for the learning process. So as I'm loading here, I block down. This is called Gedan, or low block. Gedan uke. Block, 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 block. Okay? Now the next block is called double middle block. So I'm going to make an X down low, and I'm going to be blocking this area right here. So that's why we call it middle block. So as I'm here, the hands come up and twist. And you'll note that the hands are now level with the shoulder, and they don't go outside the body. So I'm here, block, load, block, load, block, load, block, double middle block. You'll also note that it's not really close to the body, it's pushed out a little bit. In fact, if I were to raise this up straight, this would be a right angle. Again, double middle block. Ready? Chudan. 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 Now we have double high block, or Jodan. The fists are together, the elbows are together. Make sure you don't put your fist in front of your face. Just here. Jodan. The fists go up and turn. Now they're close together, but not touching. Again. Jodan. 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 Now we have each of those blocks in singular mode. So from here, I loaded here and I performed both. Now I'm only going to load one. I'm only going to bring it up to my ear, and the bottom hand is coming in. Now I'm going to pull back and drop down. Lift back up and put the fist back. So we have 4 movements here for you to learn it by. Ready? Retract the hand, extend the block, retract the block, extend the hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to do 1 and 2 together. 1, 2. And 3 and 4 together. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let's try the other hand. So again, our hands are here. We bring this hand up to the opposite ear. Left hand to the right ear. And the right hand comes in. We actually want to try to get our elbow over our elbow or close to it if possible. Now, we pull the bottom hand back. Block goes down. Retract the block. Extend the hand. Retract the hand, extend the block. Retract the block, extend the hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to do 1 and 2 together on this side. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're going to alternate the block, going from one hand to the other. We're going to block with the left hand first. So, bring your hand up, bottom hand down. All right, now here we go. Okay, now, at this point in time, you're opposite of me if you're watching me on television. So, you're going to do your left hand. I'll do the opposite hand. It'll look like we're doing the same hand. All right, here we go. Ready? 1, 2. All right, now at this point, bring your other hand up to your opposite ear and bring this hand in. 1, 2. Again, bring your left hand up to your right ear. Bring this hand in. 1, 2. Load, block. Load, block. Load, block. Very good. Okay, now we're going to move to the middle block. Single middle block. Single middle block, okay? So we loaded here and we did the double middle block, okay? Now what we're going to do is pull one hand back. Start from here. If you got your left hand out, bring your right hand across with the palm down under the elbow. Bring the hand up as you pull the top hand back. Under, back. Under, block. Under, block. Under, let's break it down just a little further. From here, I'm going to use this hand, which is the previous block, to allow my hand to slide up and begin to move away from my body. At the same time, the previous blocking hand is going to begin pulling back. When the two wrists meet each other, snap it. So I'm under, out, snap. Under, out, snap. Under, I'll go in slow motion this time, pulling back, going out. When they meet, snap. Under, out and pull back. When two wrists meet, snap. Middle block, single middle block. Remember also, don't let your elbows flare out when you pull your hand back. Under and block. Middle block. High block or rising block. From here I'm going to do this one sideways so you'll understand better about what it's doing. I come across with my hand simply comes across the body, and then it's just going to pivot at the shoulder and come up over my head. Again, it comes across the body, pivots at the shoulder, up and over the head. Again, across and up. Notice the entire time the block moves here, the entire time it's covering all of my face, my head. You can see it's covering completely. So it wasn't like this, because I missed my head that time. So if someone were punching at me or striking at me here, they would hit me. So you come across the body and this covers completely. And from the side, you get a good idea of how the block works. It goes out, the back of the hand, back of the arm, makes contact with the assailant's attack and brings it over my head. Very important. Again, here, up and over. Okay, here, block, under, block. And of course, like all the other blocks, the other hand or the previous blocking hand comes back to the chamber position, loaded for a punch in case I need to punch. Now we're going to move into other blocks that are going to help you in self-defense situations. One of the first blocks that we use and we teach students is called wedge block. In Japanese, it's called kakiwaki uki. What we're going to do is we're simply going to put our hands together down here around our waist area, and we're going to bring the hands up. Now you can tell why it's called wedge block. My arms here and here are forming an actual wedge. The hands come up and block as it reaches my face. I turn the hands out and back. Now you can tell that there's a little bend in my wrist here to the outside on both sides. This is designed to go over top of someone's hands. Perhaps they're grabbing you, and so you're coming in between their hands and you're blocking. Now we're also going to step back with one leg when we do this block. This will give us more distance between us and our attacker. Okay? So here, and back and block. You'll notice also that when I finish with this block, if I were to close my hands and turn them, it would be very similar to a double middle block. So this is where we're trying to get the wedge here and block. Hands together, don't forget the step back, bring it up, turn it out. Again, hands together, bring it up, turn it out. Now, we also want to guard against overreacting or over blocking out of fear. Here, this would be an example of over blocking. If I do the block correctly, I won't over block. But if I do over block, you can tell it leaves my body completely open for an additional attack. So here, hands together, back, and block. Again, hands together, down by the belt, up, and block. And one more time, together, up, and block. Now for fighting, if I happen to get into a fight, of course I'm not going to just be standing here. You'll discover more about that when we get into the stances and the postures for self-defense. So I may be standing here, so I have one hand in front of me. Probably wouldn't be closing it in a self-defense situation. We wouldn't want to necessarily close our hands at that point. Blocking techniques.